kids, big kids, little kids, comic books and toys for all the girls and boys.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Adam and McKenna here.
Hi.
And today is a very special day. It's January 20th, Inauguration Day. And today we are going to draw Kamala Harris. That's right, our first female vice president. It's a historic moment, and we're very happy to have her as our vice president, as well as Joe Biden as president. We'll draw him another day, maybe. But this is a historic event, and we just wanted to take some time to acknowledge it and have some fun drawing. So thank you for joining us, and let's get into it. All right, everybody, let's get into it. Today, McKenna and I are going to roughly lay out our drawing with pencil first. It's the first time we did this. Usually we draw with just marker. But our new camera picks up the pencil drawing pretty clearly, so it'll give you an idea of how I would normally lay out a drawing. So I'm going to start by really lightly drawing an oval shape, like an egg. So the top would be a little wider, and then it gets a little more narrow at the bottom. Okay, don't, you can see how I'm making lots of lines. It's completely fine to get a little messy. Then I'm going to come and I'm going to draw like a rough shape of the neck, and then the shoulders, and then I'm going to draw a line that's kind of like in the middle of the head, straight across. And then I'm going to break this section up into two more lines where I do another, in the middle of that one, I'm going to draw a line like that. That's where the nose will be, and then roughly the mouth. And then up here, we're going to do another line, like right about there, because that's where the hairline is, the hair is going to come out of. The hair just doesn't sprout from the top of the oval shape, it actually comes out right about there. Okay, now we're going to fill in some eyes, just real lightly. I'm going to do two light almond shapes, kind of like that.
Here?
Yeah, like here and here. And you're just drawing lightly. Any pencil marks can be erased later. We're going to go over it in marker. I'm going to draw a couple lines like that. And then right about here, I'm going to do the nose. And we're going to fix it up later where we make it look more like the vice president. And then the smile, I'm going to draw like she's got a beautiful big smile. So I'm going to just kind of fill in that smile shape just like that. And I'm drawing really lightly. And I'm going to fill out her lips where get that stretched out M shape. Comes down like that. And you can see I'm really trying to just figure out the shape that I'm going to do. I'm going to add some curved shapes here for her cheeks. And then there's going to be a curved shape here for her chin, but she's got dimples, so it's going to come up, and then there's going to be another line here for the jaw. And then her eyebrows will be right about here, and they're thin on the side of the face, and they get a little thicker as it goes in towards the nose. Fill in the eyeballs here, and then we're going to do the hair, and the hair is going to start here, and this side it's going to curve up kind of like that, and then this side will be a little bit different. It'll come down and flare out this way, and then we're just going to do the shape of the hair. So we're going to go much taller, and then it's going to come out. And again, this is very loose. And then the hair can fold out, and it overlaps a lot, and her hair is very layered. And then on this side, I'm gonna come with another curl, kind of like that. And then it's going to curl outwards here and here. All right, I think, and then we'll just work on the neckline a little bit since we're already doing it in pencil, where she has a dress shirt that underneath like a blazer, like a jacket. And come on with that. And then her shoulders would be right about here. We already had those in. All right, kind of like that. And then she usually wears some type of necklace. We can't see her ears because the hair is around it. All right. Cool. How do you feel about the sketch? A little easier working like this?
Yeah.
So like you may want to come in and like make this more of like a, you know, like a smile where you flare it out a little bit more. But we won't do that with eraser. I'll show you what we'll do now that we have our markers. This is just to give us a rough idea of where we are going with it. All right, so now we're going to start filling in things with the marker. And we're going to start with the eyes here. I'm going to start with a shape like that. And the top part is a little bit more rounded than the bottom part. The bottom part of the eye is still curved, but not as much. And we're going to do the eyeballs on the inside. And the pupils. I'm leaving a little white mark on the inside. And then what we would do, I'm getting a little bit more detailed this time with the eyes. Normally we don't do it like this, but I figured it would look nice. Then we could add some color to her eyes as well. The lines would go all the way. Yeah, so like you want to do like that. Kind of like the spokes of a wheel, you know. Yeah. Normally we don't add the detail like that. Now we're going to do a little bit of lines underneath the eyes. And then just a little bit above. We don't want to draw every line and every wrinkle in anybody's face, because when you do it when you do that in a drawing, it tends to make people look older. I'm going to draw some eyelashes, kind of like so. Maybe darken up just the top of the eye here. And we're going to do the eyebrows. Again, it's thinner when it's on the side of the head, and then it gets thicker going towards the nose. You can extend the eyebrow even further to make it go thinner, like especially like on this side here. Yeah, like that. Good. I'm going to add a couple lines here for the nose just to insinuate the top of the nose. And then we are going to do the bottom part of the nose like so. And then I'm going to add the nostrils, or like a little curve here like that. And then the outer part of the nostril would go like that. All right, this is looking great. Okay, now the mouth. Again, I'm gonna start with a big smile where it comes up. Have the lip just come down just a little bit like that. And if you want to fix your smile now's a good time. There we go. Give her a big old smile. Then we're going to draw the lips. That's the top lip. And then the bottom lip will come down like here. And we don't generally draw the teeth. We're just gonna leave the inside white. Again, when you start drawing like all the details of people's teeth, unless you get it exactly right, like if you're doing a painting or a really detailed portrait.
Drawing George Washington's teeth would be gnarly.
Yeah, drawing teeth can be difficult, even the best of us. Even like perfectly, people who have perfect teeth, if you try to draw them perfect, it kind of looks funny sometimes. So I'm gonna add a little, always forget what that little part is called there, just under the lip. Okay, now we're gonna draw the front of her jaw, and because she has dimples, we're gonna draw a line here and a line here, and these lines kind of just extend past the smile. And if you want to just for a marker, you may want to add dimples here for her smile like that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Yeah. And then her jaw comes down, and she doesn't have a pointy jaw. She has, you know, a very strong jawline here, like so. And then we're going to draw the side of her face, the side of the jaw that comes down like this. And then where we have her cheekbones, like so. And this is obviously a cartoon version. Okay, now we're going to draw, we're going to start at this curl here. And it's going to come up. And like that. You want to go up pretty high. Actually, our forehead is a little bit longer in real life, so if you want to come up a little bit higher than I did with mine, that's fine. And then not every line with hair has to connect. So you could see like I didn't connect it here. I'm actually going to do a third one before I come up. Then I'm going to do this side to frame out her head, or this one is going to come up, and then down, and I'm going to draw a couple different lines where they... So I started up here, and then I came down. All right, it's coming out nice. So now we're gonna do a basic shape of her head, where we don't draw all the details of the hair, and we'll start up here. I'm gonna start up here on this side, and I'm gonna come down, and then I'm just gonna let the line kind of go in a little bit and then out. So I'm gonna, you know, I started that line up here, and I came down, out and down, and then out. And it flares out, and it kind of rests on her shoulders. So right about here where her shoulder, so you may want to go a little further because her shoulders would be around here. So that line would come down to about there. And then we can connect that by going with the side of her jaw here. And we'll imagine that like right here is her neck. So the hair is kind of like going around her neck, coming up. Kind of like so. And then I'm going to do another curl here. And then another curl like that. Yeah, great job. Drawing hair can be very difficult. Okay. So now we're going to do a similar thing over on this side, where we're going to start here in the part on top of her head. It's going to come down. I'm going to bring it behind these curls here that we already drew, sorry. And then it's going to flare out again like so. So right about there is where it would flare out and kind of start to rest on her shoulder right here. And then I'm going to draw some overlapping curls that come down. And you can see these are just, I'm trying to keep the lines very simple. And they cover up her ears and part of her neck. All right, so now now you have like, this would be where her neckline is. So we're gonna do the dress shirt that she's wearing underneath. This is the collar of that, and it kind of folds around and down. And then her dress coat starts about there. And if it came down further, you would see buttons. And then here's where the collar comes down now. And then if you have room, you just want to put some lines for the shoulders that come down like that. And then we drew in some circles for her necklace here. And then if you want, a lot of politicians wear little American flag buttons. You can just do something like that. There you go. I just drew some lines. It's not accurate. You're very focused over there. I could tell you're thinking about this. So now I'm just going to draw some quick lines to simulate hair. I'm just going to kind of come here, and then I'm going to go a little further over where I'm going to rotate them, because hair is always twisting and overlapping, and the Vice President has very layered hair that overlaps. And she has darker hair too, so like in here, like you would see a lot of, it's darker than on the outside, especially if the light is hitting it. So you would see parts would be in shadow and parts would have highlights. Oh, and one more. Oh yeah. If you want to draw like a line for the neck, like just some details. And there we go. Now you can color right over your pencil, or you can get an eraser and just erase some lines real quick. The crayons that we're going to use will end up covering it up anyways.
How did I do this?
Absolutely. So see, I'm just using the side of it. I hold the paper so I don't wrinkle it. So here, you cover more ground if you use it like a sweeping motion. All right. And obviously if you have an eraser on your pencils, you would use that. That's fine. Okay, so what crayons do we have? Let's see. I'm going to start out with this color and kind of build up.
Was she just wearing like a blue suit?
Yeah, I think she had the blazer would be blue and the shirt would be like white. The picture that we were looking at, she has a white and looks like polka dot, like blue polka dots. So you got to watch the inauguration with school.
Yep.
That was pretty awesome. I watched it on my computer while I was getting a little work done. I hope everybody got to check it out. It was a pretty historic moment. some nice speeches, some nice performances.
Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to perform tonight.
That's what you had mentioned. Lin-Manuel Miranda is going to perform. I really love the young poet that performed. I was not familiar with her until today, so I will definitely check out more of her work. So I'm starting with that color, and then I'm going to build up with some darker colors, especially around here.
Which one is that?
This one.
I know, but which ones?
This one is, I may have both of them. I don't know. This one here. Yeah. So we joked about doing a Joe Biden drawing too, and we'll probably get to that. That wasn't meant as a slight. It was just, you know, Joe's been around a while, and it's not really breaking any new ground here, but having our first female vice president is pretty historic and awesome. I'm also going to use this color for the lips. And I may add a little bit of red to it as well. Where the hair is overlapping, it would be darker because it's going to cast a shadow. Once again, thank you for drawing with us. We really appreciate it. We found that some of the more popular drawings have been portraits, so I figured, hey, I guess everybody wants to see some portraits.
We may do a vote on what president we should draw for president.
Oh, that's right. It's going to be President's Day next month. McConnell was curious about which president we should draw. Well, you know, we could do more than one also. We could. I think we definitely have. The vice president has one of the best smiles in a vice president. Usually it's just old guys. Tend to be a little grumpier.
Or John Adams, where he didn't get to do anything.
Yeah. John Adams was unfortunately cut out of a lot of the work that he wanted to do. Well, back then they didn't get to even really pick their vice presidents. Whoever got the second most popular vote.
Yeah, who do you think George Washington would have picked if?
I don't know.
If like they got to choose.
I have no idea. I am not that familiar with the history to be able to comment on that. And I certainly, as old as I am, I wasn't around at that point.
Not that bad.
I'm not that old. Thanks.
Not even close.
Not even close. All right, I may go a little darker. Now for the hair, actually I'm going to use this color for a little bit of the hair. About here. We don't have a lot of, well, we have a good amount of crayons I guess now, but in front of us, we don't have every color. I think this will work though. And then I'm going to come in with this darker brown. You think you'd ever want to be president?
Nah.
No, it's not your thing. You get to have some good parties, though.
True. And then you can invite anybody you want.
Pretty much, I think.
Yeah.
Unless you have some really shady friends, then the Secret Service may not let your shady friends in. So if you look at the photo, you can see where like the darker parts of the hair, the shadows are. And I'm turning my paper. It's always good to turn your paper when you're drawing and coloring. Let's see, this is much darker here. You get to invite musicians to perform for you.
And they technically like have to say yes.
I don't think they don't have to. If they don't like you or they don't support you, they don't have to perform. You get like private performances of Hamilton.
But Barack Obama got the first performance.
Yeah, that was great. And I think they have a movie theater in the White House.
A basketball court.
Oh, that would be nice.
An Olympic-sized swimming pool.
That would be nice.
Yeah, a bunch of stuff. And a secret like compartment under their desk.
And best of all, chefs to cook for you.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to cook your own food anymore.
I know, but you could just be the guy that is like the host of the Yale parties to have that.
Oh yeah, we used to go to some pretty good parties when Mom was a professor. Yep. I'm adding a little bit of black in the hair. I usually like to try to have color. We'll add some black for the shadowy parts here. And I'm coloring kind of like how we would draw the hair, where I'm using lines. I'm not just scribbling here, although it feels like it. All right, I'm gonna use a dark blue for the jacket. This one. I was watching part of the video on YouTube, and the people who were commentating were showing all the artwork and the different statues throughout the Capitol, the building, and that interested me. I think as president, I'd probably be wandering the halls looking at all the amazing artwork.
Oh yeah. They do have some pretty good portraits of.
Yeah, all the different presidents and all the founding fathers and everyone else that contributed. Apparently there was like one statue that was started that wasn't finished, probably for good reason. It was like George Washington in a toga with sandals on, like
What?
something that would have never happened. They were basically making him like he was Greek or something. I don't know why anybody would think that was appropriate.
Oh, that's the weirdest
I'm gonna draw the color that I believe her eyes are brown.
Wow, that'd be a funny thing to see in a Mad magazine or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that would have been appropriate because, we're not supposed to be, American politicians aren't royalty. They're supposed to be elected by the people, and to have like some guy in a toga like he's an emperor or something.
There's a weird guy that delivers mail.
It was supposed to be a portrait of a statue of George Washington. Like, Why would you portray George Washington? I don't know the whole story. That's just what I thought I heard the commentators saying.
Wow, that's weird.
I agree.
Plus, like, I think it'd probably be freezing.
Well, it was snowing a little bit at the inauguration today, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you see that? Yeah. Alright, I'm kind of wrapping up mine here. Yours is coming out nice. I like it a lot.
Thanks.
Yeah. Actually, the highlights over here are probably more like this color. I made them a little bit reddish brown. It seems like in the photo we have, it's more like this. Yeah, absolutely. Come in with the darker brown here. Alright, what should I do for the background? I'm going to use a light blue.
Are you going to color in the mouth?
No, sometimes what I'll do is I'll do like a little bit of blue just to like insinuate teeth. But even then, like, see, I did that and I don't like that now. I would just leave it white.
Yeah.
I think I could even probably erase this crank. Just a little bit.
No, really, whenever I try to erase it.
Yeah, it's not really working here.
They don't turn out very good.
Yeah. Yeah, I just leave it like that. But what I may do is, because if you look at when people smile, right in here it gets a little bit darker because you don't have to do it. I'm just adding a little bit more black there. I'm gonna come in with my marker too and put a little shadow under her chin, her jawline here. Kayla stopped by to say hello. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a quick little rectangle here. Yeah, I wasn't gonna draw a flag, but I have some space back here, so.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I just did little circles to, in place of the actual stars. And then I'll do some red stripes. I guess I'll make the shape of stars here, or real loose ones. What do you think, Kayla? You like this?
Yeah.
We did it in pencil first, so it came out a little better today. And we hope everyone that
Martin Luther King one.
we hope that everybody drawing with us is having fun, and don't be afraid to try new things.
Are you gonna color in the flag?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah. Oh yeah, I should do that. There, and then if I can find a red.
Reds are hard to come by these days.
Yeah, well,
You think they're like
it looks pink, but then it's red. Like this one, especially when I first looked at it, because of the way the light is hitting the. So. Obviously my stripes are not going to be perfect. That's okay. I'm really happy that this day is here and we can celebrate this event and you guys can witness it.
What color do you use for the eyes?
I use the brown. I'm not sure. I can't recall if I know what color her eyes are. I believe they're brown or hazel. But I'm not exactly sure. All right. So there we go. There is our Kamala Harris, our new vice president. And thank you for drawing with us. If you enjoy these videos, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. It's a great way to support what we do. Or if you want, buy a copy of our book, Punk Taco, which you can get on Amazon or order directly from us. Other great ways to support, we have t-shirts on Amazon, and check out the punktaco.com website, and we have other items on there as well. Thank you very much. Please share, please like this video and share with your friends, and help spread the word. We really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Peace, love, and art.
Bye.